Strange Block Beats.
Look at me, this is me that I claim to be. And can't nobody take that away from me. Because I'm up now, I was lost, now I'm found. Tell me what now? New beginnings calls for shutdowns, yeah. But I don't wanna let you down, so keep an open mind if you wanna. I'm looking for a peace of mind, 'cause I
Hey, big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving our praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and the beloved brothers and sisters who will come later. And big salute to my brother Tim. Man, y'all know how I get down. It could be early in the morning. 5 people can be in here. I'll go hard for the 5. I'll go hard for the 8. Numbers mean nothing to K. Judah. Let me say this, man. My job as a servant of the Most High in Yahshua is to not only teach you the truth, but also build up the spirit man and spirit woman. What do I mean by the spirit man and spirit woman? That means encourage you. Not everybody have the same faith. Some people have strong faith. Some people have weak faith. The person with the weak faith, it's not that they weak. It's just their belief and what they have been taught. And once they come into this truth, now you have to build that faith up in the true word of the Most High in Yahshua and build their faith up. Because a lot of our people, they've been going to church all their life. And they have a one-track mind, and their perception of the Most High and Yahshua is taught by the precept of man. So we have to build up the faith of our brothers and sisters. We have to encourage them in the word of the Most High and Yahshua for them to even want to deal with this. If you only give me the scripture that's oppressive, oh, captivity, curses, captivity and curses. We just curse, oh, captivity, no way out. No, man, there's always a way out. There's so many scriptures where the Most High show you how to get yourself from under punishment, judgment, his wrath, indignation, curses. It's just that these things are not applied to the teachings for you to be encouraged and for your faith to be built up in Yahshua and the Most High. My point exactly is what I'm about to say now. Listen, I titled this video, Will Yahshua come after the tribulation or before? Will we be gathered before the tribulation or after? The reason why I have to ask this question, family, because we understand there's a plethora of YouTube channels and a plethora of many teachers. If you can't find it in the scriptures, I'm giving you some advice. If somebody says something out of their mouth and you are reading along with them, but you cannot find what they said in the scriptures, your job as a listener and a person who try to learn is to say, hey, I got a question. Can you read that again? Because what you just said, that's not in the scriptures. You supposed to hold their feet to the fire the same way you supposed to hold my feet to the fire. If I can't read it, it shouldn't be coming out my mouth. My point exactly is what I'm about to say again. Listen, you have people teaching that we are going to be gathered before the great tribulation. What is that in the Bible? Somebody give me a scripture. What is that in the Bible? Who told anybody that we were going to be gathered before? I can't find that in the scriptures. But I can find this in the scriptures. Listen, Matthew, I hope this encouraged somebody. Start holding your teacher's feet to the fire. They say a lot of things you cannot find in the Bible. I can catch a lie quick. And I can come tell you 1,000 times. But if you are not reading this Bible for yourself to make sure you are fact checking everything you hearing, you doing yourself a disservice. You doing yourself a disservice. Big salute to the brother Damien, my beloved sister Dimples. Meet Freedom. Big salute, family. Now I'm going to Matthew, and I want you to hear this for yourself. For yourself. Not something that I'm about to make up. not something of my private interpretation. Just listen to what you about to hear yourself. Let's go to Matthew 24. Don't let nobody lie to you, family. The Bible said there's many false prophets going out into the world, and their job is to deceive you and to destroy you. This is Matthew 24, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 29. And you're going to hear this for yourself. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 29. Listen, family. It say, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. I can close the book and shut this down. If he just told you that after the tribulation of those days, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Yahshua HaMashiach. So if he said immediately after the tribulation, why are y'all teaching our people they going to be gathered before the tribulation? It just said immediately after the tribulation. But hold up, K. Judah. There's also a doctrine going around, brother, that we already been through great tribulation. But the Bible just said immediately after the tribulation. I'm confused. Lord, something not right, Yahshua. I'm confused, Father. If you just said immediately after the tribulation of those days, then shall appear the sign of your Son, what else you gonna do, Yahshua? Verse 30 again. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Every eye gonna see him coming with power and great glory. When did it say, family? Immediately after the tribulation of those days. So how is it before? So if we already went through great tribulation, why we haven't been gathered yet? Where's Yahshua? He should have came and got us already, because y'all said we already been through tribulation. Well, great tribulation. Because we always have went through tribulation. Every captivity, there's tribulation. The American captivity, tribulation. Our brothers and sisters in Africa, tribulation. Scattered in South America, to Jamaica, Haiti, tribulation, family. But have you been through great tribulation? No. No. None of us have went through great tribulation, but you have been through tribulation. You go through trials and tribulations every day, just trying to keep your head above water, just trying to make sure your bills going to get paid, make sure your children have something to eat. You're going through trials and tribulations daily, but have you been through great tribulation? When the Lord put great on something, that's different than this tribulation. He said great tribulation. He didn't just say tribulation. He said great tribulation. But hold up, K. Judah. You wrong, brother. Our people already went through the great tribulation. So if we already went through the great tribulation, why we haven't been gathered yet? Because the Bible just told us immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and then shall appear Yahshua. Where he at? Where he at? This how we know we haven't came back yet, and this how we know we haven't went through great tribulation yet. Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Hold up, Israel. What you still doing in great tribulation? That the Lord got to gather you immediately after the tribulation. Come on, man. Why y'all lying to these people, man? Don't you know lies can shatter your fate? Because you looking for one thing to happen and it's not going to happen. That can shatter your fate because you was looking for it. You had hope in it. You desired it, and it never came. Just like a lot of people have lost faith because they believed in the rapture. But there's no such thing as a rapture in the Bible. No such thing. A lot of people was teaching in the Christian church that you are going to be raptured before the Great Tribulation. These people still here. Lies destroy people's lives. Lies destroy people's faith. Lies can cause people to stumble. And there has been a lot of stumbling in this awakening because of lies. Now I'm going to read this one more time. So when anybody come to you and say, we already been through Great Tribulation, they are lying. And we're going to read some more scriptures to show you things that are going to transpire before you be gathered. Lies can shatter faith. That's why I don't play when it comes to the word. You might hear me cracking jokes and playing, but boy, when it comes to this sword swinging, it ain't no joking. This is serious business. This is serious business. Now, let me read that one more time for the people in the back and the people to my left and the people to my right. Listen again, because y'all are lying to my nation. Verse 29, one more time. Is immediately after the tribulation of those days. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see who is they, the whole world. And they shall see who is they, the whole world. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. What trumpet is this? This that last trumpet, which is also called the seventh trumpet. When he blow that trumpet, his angels gonna do what? Let's see. And they shall gather together his elect. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Why do the Lord got to go to the four winds? Because you've been scattered, Israel, to the four winds. But he said immediately after the tribulation, he going to gather you. He didn't say before the tribulation he was going to gather you. He said immediately after the tribulation of those days. So why are people teaching you that you can be gathered any day now? Why are people teaching you that the Lord is coming? But that's before the tribulation. But he said immediately after the tribulation. So who's lying? Not the Lord. Not the Lord. So let's go over a few verses. Let's go to Matthew. Because I'm about to give you some signs that has to happen before you can go home. Listen one more time. I'm about to give you the signs according to the Bible that has to happen before you can go home. Let's go to the first one. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 15. Here go one of them that has to happen before you can go home. Listen. Matthew 24 and verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso read it, let him understand. So that means I have to go back to Daniel because he just told me. The prophet Daniel spoke of the abomination of desolation. So let's go back to Daniel so I can get understanding of what Daniel was saying about this abomination of desolation. What do this mean? Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. And then I'm going to get Daniel's 11. And I'm going to show you what is this abomination of desolation. The book of Daniel chapter 7. And I'm going to get straight to the point. Daniel 7. And I pray this helps somebody. That as you study these scriptures, you can read the scriptures for what they say and not what you want them to say. For what they say and not for what you want them to say. God don't need our private interpretation. It's already written, family. All your job is to do is line it up. Not to private interpretate, not to add and take away. Your job is to rightly divide the word. Listen what the Lord say. Rightly divide. No private interpretation, family. Rightly divide the word. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7. And we're going to get to the point. I'm going to the fourth beast. Now, let me build it up so you can understand. In Daniel chapter 7, he talked about these four winds. You had the first one, Nebuchadnezzar. That's Babylon. The Medes and the Persians. Then you had the Greeks. And then you had Roman. The Roman beast was so terrible, there was no animal in his kingdom that he could describe it to. So he just called this beast a terrible beast. It was so terrible, it was nothing he could compare it to. This the fourth beast, which is Rome. Rome, family. Now look what he said about this beast. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. After this, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devour and break in pieces, and stamp the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Now I did a lesson called 2300 Days, and also understanding Daniel chapter 7. I did many lessons on this. You can go back and listen to it, family. Now, it said it had 10 horns. Why? Because Rome tried to revive themselves 10 times. But you're looking at the 10th resurrection in Revelation 13, and we're going to get it. Because Rome took a deadly blow in 476 AD by the barbarian tribes. How we know that? Watch when I keep reading down. I'm going to give you the names, and you can go look these up. This is documented history. This Bible is so accurate that when I name these 3 that was plucked up by the roots, I want you to go type it in and watch it come up. Documented history. Let's get it, Kate Judah. Verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. I want you to pay attention to this little horn. I want you to pay attention to this little horn, because this little horn is called Papa. Who is Papa, Kate Judah? The Pope. The Pope. He's the little horn that speak great words against the Most High. He's the little horn that changed times and laws. Did you not know that the Roman Catholic Church was the ones who changed the time to 1201? Did you not know that the Roman Catholic Church was the ones who changed the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday? You mean to tell me the Pope have that much power where he can change times and laws? Absolutely. Who do the world bow down to? The Pope. Who ring do they kiss? The Pope. What do they call the Pope? Holy Father. What did Christ tell you? Call no man your father. Why did he tell them that? Because in the time of Yahshua, who was ruling? Rome. Knowledge. Now listen to the 3 that was plucked up by the roots, and then I want you to type it in your computer and watch it come up. Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn was eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. The Roman Catholic Church speak great things against the Most High and Yahshua HaMashiach. Now, who are the 3 that was plucked up by the roots? The Atrigots, the Vandals, and the Herlians. One more time. The Atrigots, the Vandals, and the Herlians. They was a part of the barbarian tribes who took down Rome and gave it a blow in 476 AD. But then Rome plucked 3 of them up by the roots. Remember, he said 10 horns. But if 3 was plucked up by the roots, how many is that? 7. That's why in Revelation 13, he says 7 heads and 10 horns. Because 3 of them was plucked up by the roots. The Atrigots, the Vandals, and the Herlians. This is documented history. Documented history. So this little horn had a mouth that spake very great things. Very great things. Now I want you to jump down to verse 15 and listen to what Daniel about to say. Verse 15, I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. I came near to one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. Right? Now jump down to verse 19. And here it go, family. Listen closely. Verse 19. Then I will know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devour and break in pieces, and stamp the residue with his feet. Rome do not just destroy you physically, they also destroy you spiritually. Where do all your false doctrine come from? Rome. Who told you that Christ died on Friday and rose Easter Sunday morning? Rome. How can you be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights and you died on Friday and rose Sunday? That's a day and a half. That's not 3 days and 3 nights. That's a day and a half. But Rome gave it to you. Who gave you bunny laying eggs? Rome. All these religions of the earth, where do they come from? Rome. Whether you Baptist, Catholic. I'm Seventh-day Adventist Catholic. I'm Pentecostal, Roman Pentecostal Catholic. I'm Jehovah's Witness, Roman Jehovah's Witness Catholic. All the religions come from Rome. All your religions come from Rome. They are the big dog on the earth. And the Pope, you better go look this up. What is the title of the Pope? Do anybody know? What is the title of the Pope? This how you gonna know that this man called himself on earth the supreme being on earth. What is the title of the Pope? You can go look this up right now. If you don't know it, I'm about to tell you. Type this in your computer. That's one of them. The papal. That's one of them. But what title do he go by? What do he call himself? What is written on his head? We know he called himself Holy Father. We know about the papal. We know about that. But there's a title that he go by. And if you go look it up, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Go type this in, family. The Vicar of Christ. Type it in. This Bible is on point, man. This Bible is on point. Go type in the Vicar of Christ. And also type in a title called Vascarius Fili Da. Vascarius Fili Da. One more time. Vascarius Fili Da. That is the title, Vicar of Christ. And also Vascarius Fili Da. Type them two in and tell me what you get. And I'm going to continue with the word. But tell me what you get. Verse 20. And of the 10 horns that was in his head, and of the other which came up, before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. And I beheld in the same horn made war with the saints. Hold up, K. Judah. You got it wrong, Negro. We don't got to go through no great tribulation to where this man is going to war against the saints. So let me read it again. Because see, this is the problem that we having with the Israelite teachers. The Bible say one thing. They tell God, no, you wrong, God. That doesn't mean that. So let me read it again for the people in the back and the people to my left and the people to my right. Now remember the little horn, whose look was more stout than his fellows. What is he going to do against the saints? Let's see. Verse 21. And I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. Why is you allowing them to prevail, God? Because it's a time appointed, family. That's why. To try you. To try you. To try you. He's going to make war against the saints. When this little horn is revealed, which is also called the man of sin, when this little horn is revealed, the man of sin, the false religious leader, the papia, the Holy Father, Vescaris Filada, the vicar of Christ, he's going to war with the saints. And the Lord is going to allow him to do it. Who will be the last power on earth before the Lord comes? Who will be the last power on earth before the Lord comes? Let's see. Verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast should be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which should devour, listen, which should be diverse from all kingdoms and should devour the whole earth. Have this happened yet? He have devoured you spiritually with false doctrine and religion, but he have not fought you physically. The Bible said the fourth kingdom should be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which should devour the whole earth. You know what devour means? Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings, the same ones I read in Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that should arise, and another should rise after them. And he should be diverse from the first. And he should subdue 3 kings. I told you, the Archigots, the Vendels, and the Herlians. Verse 25, here you go, family. Here go the part that I wanted to get to. Listen to this. And he should speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hands until a time, times, and a dividing of time. How long is that, family? 3.5 years. So if we already been through the great tribulation, why would the Lord give us into the hands of the man of sin to wear us out for 3.5 years? Because a time, and a dividing of time is 3.5 years. Why would the Lord do such a thing if we already went through this? Because you haven't been through this yet, family. But I'm going to show you there's a way out, that you do not have to go through this if you understand where to go and when to go. Because you have people telling our people, if you do not get out of America, you are doomed. I call that fear doctrine. You are not doomed. You are not doomed, because the Lord is going to protect his people. The only thing that is going to make Israel run to God is the great tribulation. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. Nothing else is going to make this Negro turn to God except they behinds are being wore out. I'm talking about the back of your heels being hunted for 3.5 years. That's going to make you turn back to Yah, because nothing else won't work. But when that great tribulation comes, the time of testing, you are going to run to Yah. You are going to call and ask Yah. You're going to beg him, please, Yah, save me. You won't do it now, but you will do it when this man wear your behind out for a time, times, and a dividing of times. This book, not something I'm making up. Now, I want to go back to Matthew 24 and verse 15 again, because you remember, Matthew chapter 24, verse 15 told me to go back to Daniel. I went back to Daniel, and guess what it told us about that man of sin, which is called that little horn, and what he's going to do to the saints. So I went back to get understanding of Daniel. So now I can go back to Matthew 24 and verse 15, because now we got better understanding, right? Let's go back to Matthew 24 and verse 15. Matthew 24, because now we got better understanding. Please write this down and add this to your notes. So when somebody run up on you tomorrow, oh man, we can be gathered any day. They lying to your family. So many prophecies have to be fulfilled before we can go home. And the Lord gonna make sure all is fulfilled. Not some, but all. Matthew 24 and verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso read it, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains. What are you running from? You are running from great tribulation. You are running from great tribulation. He just told you, when you see the abomination of desolation, run, flee. Verse 17, let him which is on the housetop come not down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray that your flight be not into winter, neither on a Sabbath day. But pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on a Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation. Y'all heard that? Not something I made up. For then, what you mean for then? When you see the abomination of desolation, flee. Because at this time, for then shall be great tribulation. But hold up, K. Judah. We already went through great tribulation. So why is he talking about pray that your flight be not in the winter? They wasn't talking like this in biblical time about no flights. So this time about a different time, which is our time, because we have airplanes. Come on, man. Pay attention to details, language, and meanings. Verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. He say a time that is coming up on this earth. There'll never be another time like this. It will never be another time like this great tribulation, because the Lord has to do something to bring you Negroes back to him, because you would not do it on your own. He's giving you so much breathing room. He's having so much long suffering and grace and mercy, and you still would not come to him because you have so many distractions. But boy, when that great tribulation comes, you are going to seek him. You are going to run to him. You're going to be searching for him. And he's a merciful power. He will receive you if your heart, soul, and mind is knitted with him. You know how you knit clothes? That's how he wants your relationship to be with him. It need to be knitted together like the cord that no man can break or pull asunder. Knowledge. But K. Judah, if you just read according to the Bible, in verse 21, my brother, he say, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, nor ever shall be. So if we already went through this time, this great tribulation, and I already read Matthew 24, 29 to 31, that immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun going to be dark, the moon not going to give her light, the stars going to fall, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. But K. Judah, what is this abomination of desolation you keep talking about, though? I need to get understanding of that, brother. Let's go to Revelation 11. And I'm almost done. Revelation 11. The book of Revelation 11, and I want you to look at the same time frame that we read about in Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, how long this is going to last. Because remember, he said a time, times, and a dividing of times, right? Now listen to Revelation 11, and verse 1 and 2. Verse 1, and it reads, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod. And the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein. But the court, which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city should they tread underfoot 42 months. How long is 42 months? 3.5 years, family. 42 months is equivalent to a time, times, and a dividing of time. So he just told you that the Gentiles is going to tread underfoot the city for 42 months. That means that's that abomination of desolation. Who's going to sit in the abomination of desolation? That same little horn we read about in Daniel's. How we know that? Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. Line must be up on line and precept on precept. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving you the outline. So first, you must see the abomination of desolation. The man of sin is going to be revealed, and he's going to see that temple, which is called the abomination of desolation. And he's going to defile that temple and say he's God. How we know that? 2 Thessalonians. I told you the book have all the answers. Your job is to line it up. We don't need private interpretation. We need Yah's interpretation. Let prophecy interpret, not you. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1. So that means if he just said, leave for the Gentiles, because they're going to tread it underfoot 42 months, right? Now we got to get to the man of sin being revealed to defile the temple. Listen to the book. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of the Lord Yahshua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that you be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, is that the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come, except they come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed. The son of who? The son of perdition. That's that little horn that we read about in Daniel chapter 7, family. He's also called the son of perdition because he's a false religious leader. See, he speaks as a lamb, but he's a dragon. Because if you go look at the images of the Pope, he's standing inside of the serpent's mouth. They letting you know who he is, who he get his power from, Satan the devil. He don't get his power from Yahshua HaMashiach and the Most High. He get his power from Satan the devil. Verse 4, here it go, family. The abomination of desolation and him defiling the temple. Listen. Verse 4, who opposing and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he is God, sitting in the temple of God. Doing what, K. Judah? Showing himself to be God. Lawlessness. That's right, my sister. He's the lawless one. He's the lawless one. The Pope is the lawless one, and the son of perdition, the man of sin, that little horn, the one that speak great words against the Most High, and he's going to wear out the saints of the Most High. Is he doing that now to you? No. He doing it through religion, but he have not put his hands on you yet. But he will. Because if you do not accept the mark of the beast, they're going to kill you. That's why in Revelations chapter 20, what did it say in verse 4? And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahshua. Is anybody beheading you now? If anybody trying to question you about your faith, no. Nobody have not put your head under a chopping block and took it away. So how you been through great tribulation already? Who have came against you and hunted your footsteps because of you believe in Yahshua HaMashiach? Who have arrested you? and brought you before the magistrate and question you about your faith? Nobody. Who locked you up in jail because of you believing Yahshua HaMashiach? Nobody. Nobody. So have you been through these things? Now I want you to jump down, because the Bible just told you that he showed himself that he's God, but he's not God. He's Hashatan, working through the son of perdition. And nobody don't want to believe that though, Skeletor. And I'm telling them, you have not been through Jacob's trouble yet. It's coming. You have been through tribulation, but you have not been through great tribulation. You have not been through Jacob's trouble. Nobody is putting your head under a guillotine and asking you, are you going to die for you believing in Yahshua? Nobody have done that to you yet. All this breathing room you have to live. But the day is coming when that man of sin, that little horn, is going to wear us out for 3.5 years. But I'm trying to get to the wilderness, because I'm about to read that to you in a minute. There is a place to escape, but nobody won't teach it. But my elders teach it. Those who taught me teach it. But a lot of people refuse to teach it. You know why? Because they want to send you to places that God didn't tell you to go. He said he promised you safety in one place. One place. And nobody won't tell you that place. But we're going to read it today. We're going to read it today. Now, we just read, who opposing and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he is God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Now, I need somebody to do me a favor. Anybody? Can somebody go type in Vascarius Phila Da? Vascarius Phila Da. Because I don't want to stop the live to get my images. If somebody can go type in for me, Vascarius Phila Da, and it's going to give you some numbers of a man. Some numbers of a man. And when you see those numbers, it's going to make sense to what I'm about to read. Now, we got two things out the way already, right? Christ will come immediately after the tribulation of those days. Matthew 24:15 told us about the abomination of desolation. Then it told us to go back and read Daniel. We did that. We went back and read Daniel's. And Daniel's told us that a time is coming where the man of sin is going to wear out the saints for a time, and a dividing of time, right? So we got that out the way. Then I went to Revelations chapter 11, verse 1-2, to show you that the Gentiles is going to tread the temple, or that abomination of desolation, for 42 months, which is also 3.5 years. Then we went to 2 Thessalonians to show you that he showed himself to be God, sitting in the temple of God, saying, I'm God. So now we got to get to what? What do we have to get to now? Now we have to go to Revelation 13. Because if somebody can type in for me, Vascarius Phila Da. Matter of fact, let me just Google it real quick. Hold on. I got y'all. I got it right here. Look, it came up quick too. Now, I'm going to show y'all this image. And we're going to look at this together. Okay? We're going to look at this together. Okay, I got it right here. Now, I'm going to make it big, family, so y'all can see it. Okay. So let me open up my window, because I want y'all to see this. And then what I'm about to read. Thank you, Skeletor. Thank you, my brother. That's y'all see that? 666 is the office of the Pope. It is the number of a man. And if you go look at images where the Pope teach from, he's standing inside of the snake's mouth. And the whole world is oblivious to this. The Pope is standing inside of the serpent's mouth. And they think this is the holiest man that ever lived. And he letting you know where he get his power from. and his seat and great authority. It come from Hashatan. Thank you, my brother. It's 666. But let me show y'all the picture, though, of what my brother got that from, so it can make sense to you. Here you go, family. Check this out. Okay. Y'all see this? And I'm going to make it big for you. Y'all see where it say Vascarius Filada, right? Vascarius. These are Roman numerical numbers. Roman numerical numbers. The Vascarius is 112. The Fila is 53. The Die is 501. If you take the 112, the 53, and the 501, what number do you get? 666. Now, hold up. The Pope wear a hat on top of his head. And on that hat's head, it says, Vascarius Fili Da. The man let you know who he get his power from, but the world is not paying attention. Vascarius Fili Da is the number of a man. It is 666. So the man who gonna make you take the mark of the beast is the Pope. How we know that? He do it every Ash Wednesday. He put a mark on your forehead and on your right hand. He preparing you for the mark of the beast. This is Vascarius Fili Da right here. This is the title of the Pope, Vicar of Christ, or Vascarius Fili Da. 666. How we know that, K. Judah? Let's go to Revelation 13. And I got like 3 more scriptures and we out of here. Revelation 13. Now, y'all remember that I told y'all, according to the Bible and history, that Rome took a deadly blow in 476 AD. This is documented history. You can type it in right now and type in, did Rome take a deadly blow in 476 AD? And watch, they going to tell you that Rome took that blow by the barbarian tribes. But then they took 3 down, which was the Ostrogoths, the Vandals, and the Herlians. Documented history, family. Revelation 13 and verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Where we get the 7 heads from? Daniel chapter 7. What you talking, K. Judah? 3 of them was plucked up by the roots, which left 7. That's where you get the 7 heads and 10 horns. Who are the 10 horns? The European Union. These are 10 ruling leaders that rule in their country. That's why they had crowns on their head. But in Daniel chapter 7, it said 10 horns, but it never mentioned crowns. Y'all see that? The Bible is on point, y'all. Revelation 13, verse 1 again. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns, 10 crowns. And upon his head, the name of blasphemy, because the Pope lie on the Most High all the time. They even try to come out with their own little 10 commandments and kind of alter some things in it. Who did he get his power from, K. Judah? Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard. That's the Greek Empire. And the feet was the feet of a bear. That's the Medes and Persian Empire. And his mouth is the mouth of a lion. That's the Nebuchadnezzar Empire. And the dragon. Hold up. Who? And the dragon. Hold up, brother. The Pope is holy, K. Judah. You got it wrong, brother. The Pope ain't no dragon. You talking about the dragon. The Pope is the holiest man on earth. They even call him Holy Father, not just Father. Holy Father, K. Judah. So you got it wrong, brother, calling this man somebody got his power from the dragon. Verse 2 again. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Who got more power than a Pope? Who do the presidents bow down to? Who ring do they kiss? Knowledge. Verse 3. And I saw One of his heads as it was wounded to death. They go that deadly wound I'm talking about in 476 AD. Go type it up and look it up, family. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death. And the deadly wound was healed. Through who? This beast of Revelation chapter 13. See, the beast that we read about in Daniel's, they were separate beasts, meaning like Nebuchadnezzar ruled, then the Medes and the Persians ruled, then the Greeks ruled, then Rome ruled. But in Revelation 13, all the beasts in Daniel was in this one beast. It was all one. All together in this one beast because the deadly wound is healed through the European Union, which is still Babylon. But these had 10 crowns on their head. This is why when Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, family. When Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, he saw a statue. The stone, which is Yahshua, hit what? The 10 toes. Why 10 toes, K. Judah? Because in Revelation 13, they had 10 crowns on their head. How many toes do you have? 10. How many ruling powers? 10. Go read about the treaties of Rome. Go read about how Europe came together and made one common market for all Europe. Europe have one of the largest trading blocks in the world. This is documented. Did you know that the European Union, which is also called the Big Ten, is trying to start an initiative of a military power of 10 ruling nations? How many crowns again? 10. 10, family. This is all documented. So the deadly wound is healed through the European Union. That's why in this beast, it told you that the dragon gave the man his power, his seat, and great authority. Now jump down to verse 16, because this image that you see on the screen is what I'm about to read about right now. Revelation 13, verse 16 to 18. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 603 score and 6. Now, my brother Skeletor fan just gave you the number. But now I have the picture on the screen to show you. Go type in the Pope hat that he wear on his head. And I want you to look at the inscription that he have on there. It says, Vascarius Fili Da. It is the number of a man. And his number is 603 score and 6. The Pope is your man of sin. Now, I don't know which Pope is going to be at the time that the man of sin be revealed, but it's going to be a Pope, the son of perdition, the one who speak great words against the Most High. And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and laws. He changed the Sabbath, and he changed the time to 12:01, make a new day. But what did the Bible say, y'all? In Genesis chapter 1, evening and morning make a day. Evening and then morning make a day. That's what the Lord said. I didn't say it, the Lord said. The Lord said you got 12 hours in the day and 12 hours at night. He said evening and morning make a day. That's a full 24-hour cycle. But the Pope said, nope, 12:01 make a new day. Thank you, uncommon woman. Go look at the fish hat. A matter of fact, I got to do it because I love y'all so much. Let me type, here it go right here. I'm going to get the hat and show you the hat. I'd rather show you, family, because showing you is better than just, you understand what I'm saying? Showing my people is better than me just saying it. Now, Here go the Pope hat. I'm gonna open up my okay, I'm gonna open up my window again. And we're gonna look at it right now. Okay, here you go. Now let me make it bigger. Okay, let me open up the window now. Now check this out, family. You can see this for yourself. Let me get this off the screen. Okay, now here we go. Thank you, uncommon woman. The fish hat. Okay, here you go, family. Can y'all hear this? Let me see if I see it. I don't see it showing yet. Hold up. Can y'all see this hat? Let me get my phone to make sure y'all can see it. Hold up. Hold on, family. Let me see if y'all can see it. Okay. Let me make it big some more. Let me bring it in some more. What y'all see on that hat? Y'all see it? Vascarius, family. This the hat that the Pope wear. And I'll never forget that I was at work one day and they had the Pope on the magazine. And guess what the title said? The Vicar of Christ. Boy, I grabbed that magazine so fast and I say, wow, they putting it right in our face. But guess what the Pope did after the magazine came out, y'all? He stopped going by the title of the Vicar of Christ. Boy, this Bible is on point. He took the title away. He don't go by Vicar of Christ no more. Because guess what? Satan know that we are getting on to him. He know we know the truth. He know that the man that he gave great power to and his seat and great authority, we know it's the Pope. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people caught up in religion. Every time the Pope get in his little car, people falling down, they worshiping the Pope, they giving this man praise that he don't deserve. They even confess their sins to this man, man. They even confess their sins to the Pope. He's not worthy for you to they say, Father, I have sinned. He's not your father. He's a mere man, just like me and you. Just like me and you. So, okay, Judah, you didn't show us the man of sin. You didn't show us that he's going to wear out the saints. You didn't show us that he's going to defile the temple. You didn't show us in order for these things to take place that he have to be revealed first. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, you showed us that, brother. How do we escape this? How do we not get caught up in this? But before I show you that, I must show you this. Let's go to Daniel's chapter 11. A matter of fact, hold up. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 again, so I can line up these two precepts so it can make sense to you. Now, in Revelation 13, what did we read? We read that he got his power and his seat and great authority from the dragon. Let me show you in 2 Thessalonians, this was already prophesied. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians again, family. Chapter 2. But this time I'm going to pick it up at verse 8. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And let's see where he get his power from. Verse 8. And then should that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth, and should destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, Judah, can you get this out of the mouth of two or three, let it be established? I sure can. Let's go to Daniel chapter 11. I'm going to say this to the teachers of Israel. If you genuinely love black people, you would genuinely tell them the truth. That's true love. When you lie to them, you don't love them. Why would you lie to people you say you love? Now, if you don't understand something in the Bible, that's one thing. But to call other people liars when you yourself is a liar, that's an oxymoron. The Great Tribulation has not happened yet. And I invite anybody to prove that it did. Tribulation, we have also always went through tribulation. From the Egypt captivity to the Assyrian captivity to the Medes and Persians, Babylon, Greeks, and the Romans. Even to today, we have always went through tribulation, but we have never been through great tribulation. Two different things. And that's about to come up on all the world. Daniel's. Chapter 11. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 31. Now, remember what we just read in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and we started at verse 8. It said that he's coming with all signs and lying wonders. Who do he get his power from to do these signs and wonders? Hashatan. And the Lord is going to allow this man to make fire come down from heaven. I don't think you heard me. The Lord is going to allow the man of sin to make fire come down from heaven. He's even going to make a statue walk and talk. You better go read Revelation 13. The Bible says he make a statue walk and talk. And whoever do not worship the statue must in that same manner be killed. Daniel chapter 11 and verse 31, and it reads, "And arms shall stand on his part." What is arms? Armies, family. Arms is armies. They're going to stand on the part of the man of sin and do his bidding. Verse 31, "And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and they shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that make it desolate." Then we just read that in Matthew 24 and verse 15, Revelation chapter 11 verse 1 and 2, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Then we just read that about he's going to defile the temple and say he God above all gods. We just read that, family. Verse 32, "And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God should be strong and do exploits." So those who do know their God, they're going to still be directing people to the truth. But hold up, K. Judah. What is your people doing in this time of the abomination of desolation? Because according to a lot of teachings, you're going to be gathered before Christ comes. But I can't find that nowhere in the Bible. You already been through great tribulation. You just waiting on the Lord to come. So what is our people doing in this time? In verse 33, listen to the book. "And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days." Hold up, man. What we doing going through this? They told you you've been through this already. What is we doing going through this great tribulation? Because the time that the man of sin gonna be revealed and he defiled the temple is the same time he gonna rule for 3.5 years. And Satan always trying to mimic Yahshua. How long did Yahshua teach? 3.5 years. How long did God give Satan? 3.5 years. The Lord gave you the Sabbath day. Satan gave you Sunday. The Lord gave you feast days. Satan gave you his holidays. He always trying to mimic God. You're always trying to mimic God. The Bible say evening and morning make a day. Satan say, nope, 12:01 make a new day. The same way that the Most High gave all his power and authority unto his son, Satan gave all his power and authority to his son, which is the Holy Father, the Pope. Vascarius Fili Die, or the Vicar of Christ. 666. That is the office of the Pope and the number of a man. His number is 603 score and 6. That's the office of the Pope. Go look at pictures. He's standing inside of the serpent's mouth. So, okay, Judah, read a little bit more for the people in the back. Verse 34. Now, when they shall fall, they should be hoping with a little help, meaning people are going to help them. But many shall cleave to them with flatteries, meaning you're not really cleaving to them for the truth. You're coming with them smooth words like butter. Verse 35. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them. Hold up, man. I thought we've been through this already. What are we still being tried for? Because Israel, nothing will make you run to the Most High but great tribulation. Why, K. Judah? And it's sad that it has to be this way. Your father have been calling you for over 500 years. Turn back to me, Israel. Turn back and repent of your sins, and I will heal you. I will cleanse you. I will remember your land. Turn back to me. Y'all say, nope, we having fun. So we have a time called the Great Tribulation, which I know according to the Bible, you are going to seek for God. You are going to run to God. You're going to scream for God. You're going to cry for God. And it's sad that it has to be this way. He have to bring great tribulation on you to make you turn to him. But it is what it is, family. Because it's already written. Ain't no going back now. He tried to warn our fathers. They would not listen. And they put this burden on us. But guess what? You have nothing to fear. Because the Lord going to take care of the righteous. But a lot of our people who are even righteous, if you get caught up in the great tribulation, your faith is going to be tested, man. Like never tested before. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Verse 35. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them and to purge and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king should do according to his will, and he should exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. What indignation upon us, family? Because God is angry with our people. Even though his arm is stretched out still, he still loves you. But he angry with us because we refuse to cleave unto him. We refuse to cleave unto our Father, our big brother, our King, who been calling us for a long time, family, long time. And we have rejected all his reproof and have cast it behind us like it is nothing. We have even made his sacrifice of shedding his blood as an unholy thing. And we have put him to an open shame. Okay, Judah, how do we escape this, brother? Is there a way out for those of us who don't want to go through the great tribulation? Is there a way out for us to escape? A lot of people say it's Africa. A lot of people are fleeing to Africa. But this Babylonian system and this man of sin is going to rule the whole planet Earth. So even if you flee to Africa and you get caught up in his web, he's going to try you and test your faith, because he did not promise you protection but one place, and it's called the wilderness. And where's this place at, K. Judah? The same place that he took your fathers in Arabia, on the other side of Arabia, the Mount Sinai Peninsula, Mount Sinai. All that desert area is where God is going to protect his people for 3.5 years, the same time that the man of sin will be ruling on the earth for his 3.5 years. There is a place for you to escape. Can you read it, K. Judah? Absolutely. Let's go. Revelation chapter 12. And I want to read this place of safety. And I did a lesson on this called the place of safety during the Great Tribulation. The place of safety during the Great Tribulation. Check the lesson out, family. We breaks it all the way down, precept on precept, line upon line, to edify this people. Revelation 12. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 6. And let's see if I can find the wilderness and the place of safety during the Great Tribulation. Because a lot of people would tell you, you're not supposed to flee. And then they'll lie and tell you there's nowhere to flee. And then they'll lie again and tell you that it's Africa. But we about to find out right now where it's at. Because what did he take your fathers? What did he take your fathers? He took them to Mount Sinai. What is Mount Sinai called? The wilderness. Okay, Judah, you a liar. No, it's not. Really? Hold up before I go here. Woo! Let's go to Exodus 19. I told you, I love to prove everything. You know what proving everything do? It shut down gangsaying. It shut down gangsaying. Too much gangsaying. So instead of me arguing with you, I'd rather just prove it. And then if you don't believe it after that, then that's your problem. This is Exodus chapter 19. And let's see what he called the Mount Sinai when he took our fathers to Mount Sinai. A matter of fact, y'all ready for this? I'm going to go to Exodus 18 and then 19 so it can make more sense. This is Exodus 18 and verse 1. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard all that God hath done for Moses and for Israel his people, and that the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of the one was Gershom. For he said, I have been an alien in a strange land. And the name of the other was Eleazar. For the God of my father, said he, was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses unto the wilderness. I can go to the next chapter. Woo. Exodus 19 verse 1. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel was going forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into what? The wilderness of Sinai. Woo. I can go to the next verse. I'm just having a little fun because I like destroying lies, fam. You have no idea that I study so hard like I'm in college. Like I want to pass a test so bad that I want to get an A plus from the Lord for effort, for dedication, for being diligent. I don't play when it comes to this book. And if you lying to my people, I'm going to search it out and destroy all lies for my people. Because the Lord say, who shall fight for me against the evildoers? When you lie to your people, you don't love them. That's evil. That's wicked because you playing with their salvation. And you're causing their faith to become weak because they looking for something that's not going to happen. And when it don't happen, now they mad and they stumbling in faith. Now they want to give up because of your lies. That's why I tell you to search it out for yourself and ask God to give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and he would do it. Now, we just read 2 scriptures. He said, Mount Sinai, he called it the what? The wilderness. So now I can go back to Revelation chapter 12 because he said the wilderness. Revelation 12. I had to come do this. My spirit been moving me to edify my people all day, y'all. I mean, I just been doing videos and just edifying his people, destroying lies. Like they say we can't do good. Then I do a lesson earlier showing you that you can do good because Abraham did good. Jeremiah was good. John the Baptist's father, the Bible say they was blameless before God. That means they did good. But you cannot boast in your goodness outside of the works that the Most High manifests through you. Because you ain't doing the works, God doing the works. That's why Christ say none good, because then you're going to get the boasting. So our praise go to the Father, the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua. The Father do the works, not you yourself. So you cannot boast and say, oh, I'm good alone. No. Your good works is by your Father dwelling in you. It is not you of yourself. And this is why I tell people, when you truly have knowledge, it makes you more humble. And that is the absolute truth. It makes you more patient with your people. I had to learn patience. And I can be honest with y'all. I have more patience with the scriptures than in real life. I like to get things done. I don't like to joke around. When it's time to get things done, let's get it done. I don't have tomorrow to get it done. I got to get it done today because I have today. I don't have tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow going to bring. That's why I like to get things done while I can get them done. Why I have the strength to get it done. So I tell people all the time, when it comes to this book, please do not come try to tell me something about something you do not do. That don't mix. In order to edify me, you must also be in the book like me. Because if you do not read the Bible and then tell me you trying to edify me, how that is going to work out for me and you? That's not going to work out, brother. Because you just told me I rarely read the Bible, or I sometimes read it, or I kind of read it. No, brother. You got to be in the book. Can't teach me nothing if you ain't read. Revelation chapter 12. And I'm going to throw in one more scripture to prove to you that Mount Sinai is in Arabia. That go another lie that everybody, don't y'all know you have people lying so much out here? I'm telling you, it's just sickening. Don't you know there's a doctrine going around that God is not going to take us to the wilderness, even though even though Mount Sinai is a wilderness that he took our fathers to, and he said he's going to cause that place to blossom as a road. They say, nope, God ain't going to do that. They said, God is not taking us to a desert. Listen to me again. In Isaiah 35, I'm about to read it. After Revelation 12, God said, I am going to cause the wilderness to blossom as a rose. That wilderness is the same wilderness that he took your fathers when they came out of Egypt. They said God is lying. He's not taking us to a wilderness. Even though in Isaiah 16, he told Moab, let my people dwell with you, Moab, from the Arnon River. Where's the Arnon River? And it's close to Ammon, and it's close to Edom. And where's Edom close to? Mount Paran. Where's Mount Paran close to? Mount Sinai. Did not the Bible say Christ shined from Mount Paran and came to Sinai? I'm telling y'all, this Bible is real. It's just being taught to you by men who do not have your best interests. They have their best interests. Revelation 12. Let me say that one more time because, you know, I be going fast because, and the reason why I do that, family, I don't like keeping people long. I can't stand like long lies unless we having an open panel. So I just move quickly because I want to get done, edify the people, and go on about my business. But let me say this again because I'm going to say it slow. In Isaiah 16, and read it for yourself. The Lord said, let my outcast dwell with you, Moab, from the face of the spoiler. Who is the spoiler? Satan the devil. Now, when you look at a map, you look at the Arnon River, and you look at Arnon, you will see that Edom is close to Arnon, and Edom is also close to Ammon, which is Moab and Ammonites, the Ammonites and the Moabites. He told Moab to let my outcast dwell with thee. If you get a map and look at the Arnon and look at Mount Paran, it's right by Mount Sinai. Because Moses said the Lord shined and came from Edom, shined to Mount Paran, and came to Sinai. Come on, y'all, think about it. He say it came from Edom. In Isaiah 16, he say he came to Salah. What is Salah? Edom. And then he went to Moab and said, let my outcast dwell with thee. So the Lord ain't taking you to no Africa. He taking you to the wilderness, which is the desert land that's going to blossom as a rose. This is book. Let me read it, man. Let me stop talking and read it to the people. Because everybody want to say no, but nobody want to have no discussion about the things they say. Because I'm going to challenge you, partner. And guess what? I invite the challenge. Challenge me. Hold my feet to the fire. Because I'm going to prove everything I'm saying from the scripture. That's why I don't run when people say they want to talk to me. I don't run. I go live and wait for them. They never show up, though. Revelation 12. And your brother K. Judah going to pick it up at verse 6. And let's see how long we're going to be in this wilderness. Let's see how long we're going to be in the wilderness. Now, let me run this down one more time for the people that's coming in. There are many doctrines going around that Israel, this people, you already been through great tribulation, right? But Christ say immediately after the tribulation of those days, then should the Son of Man be revealed, and then shall he send his angels to gather you. Something not right, y'all. Something is wrong. If we already been through great tribulation, why is Christ gathering us immediately after the tribulation? And then we already been through the tribulation. Christ say he was coming immediately after the tribulation. Why are we still here? Why we haven't been gathered yet, fam? We supposed to been gathered. We already been through it. Why are we still here? Because the Bible just say immediately after the tribulation of those days, should the sun be darkened, the moon should not give her light. And then I'm going to send my angels to gather my elect from the four winds of heaven. We have not been gathered yet. Why? I need to know why. We still here, family. I don't see Yahshua. If the great tribulation already happened and Christ just said immediately after the tribulation, I'm going to be revealed, why are we still here? I just read to you in Daniel chapter 11, he said that many going to fall by sword, by flame, and they're going to be tested to make them wait. How that's going to happen if you're not going through great tribulation? The Bible, the indignation have to be accomplished. On who? Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And he shall wear them out for a time, and a dividing of time. You even have people teaching that the seals already been opened. But I don't see the man of sin. Did you not know that the first seal, the man on the white horse who had a bow in his hand, is the man of sin being revealed, who's on the white horse like Yahshua, because Satan always mimicked Yahshua? I don't see no man of sin. You? And where has he been revealed at? Because the Bible say when he's revealed, he gonna make you take a mark in your forehead and your right hand. Where is he? I don't see him. Do you see him? The point I'm saying all of this for, family, is don't take none of our word for anything. You fact check everything we say. Just like I just showed you images just now of the 666, Vascaris Filada, or the Vicar of Christ. That's the office of the Pope. This number is 603 It's the number of a man, and the Pope is that man. Who have more authority than the Pope? Nobody. They bow down and kiss his ring. Everybody. They even confess their sins to him and call him what? Holy Father. I've not wore you out yet physically, but yeah, I wore you out spiritually. Because all your faults come from Rome. Gave you all religion. God say, even in the morning, make a day. The Pope say 12:01. God gave you the that say, nope, it's Sunday. God gave you feast day. He said, nope, Christmas, Easter, eggs. Christ died on Friday, Easter Sunday morning. They don't come from the Roman Catholic Church. How can Christ die on Friday and be raised Sunday? That's not 3 days and 3 nights. That's a day and a half. to be in the grave. Christ did not die on Friday. He died on a Wednesday. Because the Bible says in the midst of the weeks. And if you go look at the word Wednesday, it's going to tell you the middle of the week, which is the midst. Knowledge. I think my Imam might be right. I think I might be Levi, Imam. I think I might be. The way the Lord used me to whoop and swing this sword and destroy false doctrine, Imam, you might be right. Because my Imam says she think I'm from Levi. She might be right. I don't know what tribe I'll come from. But the way the Lord used me to wield this sword, boy. Oh, because Levi was the teachers. Y'all remember that. Levi was the teachers of the book, the teachers of the law. So I might be from Levi. I don't know. But I sure wouldn't mind being from Levi, because Levi get to approach unto the Lord. Get to be in his presence. Get to walk into that tabernacle. Holies and all that. Revelation 12, verse 6, and it reads, and the woman fled into the wilderness, where she have a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there for 1,203 score days. Can somebody tell me what 1,203 score days is? Anybody, please. Can anybody help me out? What is 1,260 days? What is that equivalent to? I'm not going to go any further. I need my family to help me so we can iron sharpen iron. I need my beloved family to help me so we can iron sharpen iron. What is 1,260 days equivalent to? Because he just said that the woman is going to be in the wilderness. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. You go, family. So hold up, uncommon woman, my beloved sister, and my brother Skeleton fan. Y'all just both said 3.5 years, right? But when we read Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, how long did he wear out the saints? For 3.5 years. So guess what, family? This is the same time that this man is trying to wear out the saints that this woman fled into the wilderness. These are those who understand to flee. And they are going to be nourished, taken care of. But they just told you God ain't taking you to no desert. God is not taking you to Mount Sinai. Where is he going to take you? Because the wilderness that took the Israelites is Mount Sinai. And he's taking them back to Mount Sinai. But this time it's going to be a little different. And I'm going to read it to you. Let's go to jump to verse 13. Revelation 12, verse 13. And it reads, and when the dragon saw that he was cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, which brought forth the man child. And to the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, and to her place, where she is nourished for a time, 1 year, time, 2 years, and half a time, 3.5 years, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth waters as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth. So whatever Satan cast after this woman, maybe it's an army. The Most High opened up the earth's mouth and swallowed up this flood. And he allowed the woman to get to the wilderness so she can be nourished for a time, and a dividing of time. This is documented in the book. So why is people teaching you don't have nowhere to flee to? You got to stay here in America and you have to die and go through the great tribulation. That's a bold-faced lie. You don't have to go through it, because he just told you in verse 6, the woman fled into the wilderness where she is prepared a place and nourished for a time, and a dividing of time. So why would you listen to man and not God? We are nothing but mere man. We can't trump scriptures. Y'all got to stop allowing your emotions to trump reality. Reality should trump your emotions. You are going to be taken care of, family, for 3.5 years. Verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth waters as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was what with the woman? And hold up, listen again. Satan could not get the woman fleeing into the wilderness. He was mad at the woman because God helped the woman get there. He cast out of his mouth waters as a flood. God swallowed the flood, and he allowed Israel, those who know to escape. What's a time frame to go? He allowed them to get there so they can be taken care of for 1,203 score days. which is 3.5 years. So because of Satan could not get them going to the wilderness, what did he do? Verse 17. And the dragon was what with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahshua. Who are these people? Those who got caught up in the great tribulation. Okay, Judah, you talking stupid. And you're lying to people. Really? Let's go to Revelation. Chapter 7. I told you I like to prove everything. I don't like to do all that talking. Too much talking make it seem real. I'd rather just prove. Because the Bible says shut down gainsaying by rightly dividing the word, not arguing with people. This is Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 13. And it reads, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? Where they come from? And I said unto him, sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. I can stop right there and close the book. I can stop right there and close the book. I thought we already went through great tribulation, so why was they coming out of great tribulation? Woo! This is the book of Revelation, family. He say these came out of great tribulation. And they was dressed in white. Because a lot of them gave up their life for Yahshua HaMashiach and the blood that he shed. And the testimony which they held. And their belief. They died in faith. But I thought they didn't have to go through it. So what they doing dying? Even when you read Revelation right here, look, Revelation chapter 20, listen to this. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that was beheaded. Hold up, man. I thought we've been through this already. Who been beheaded? So if you don't have to go through the great tribulation, why are you being beheaded? And who is the wicked people? No. Those who keep the commandments and have the testimony of Yahshua. So if you get caught up in this, your faith gonna be tested. That's all I can tell you. Your faith gonna be tested. So I advise you to get to the wilderness. I advise you to get to the wilderness. You do not have to get caught up in this. If our people want to go to Africa, you have a right to go to Africa. Wherever you want to go in this world, you have a right to go to. But to tell our people that the Lord is not going to protect them in the desert and they need to go to Africa, you have been woefully misinformed. He promised you protection in one place, and that's the Mount Sinai Peninsula, which is the wilderness. The wilderness is Mount Sinai. You better go read Galatians. He say Mount Sinai is in Arabia. Then they crossed the Red Sea to get to Arabia. Where's Midian? Moses' father-in-law was living in what? Midian. Where's Midian? Close in Arabia. Close proximity to Mount Sinai. Because it say Moses walked to the backside of the mountain of God from Midian. So that means Midian was what? Close in proximity to what? Mount Sinai, which is in Arabia. That's the only way you can walk to the backside. You got to be in close proximity. But people are telling you, nope, God ain't taking you to no desert. Really? Let's go to Isaiah 35. Isaiah 35. And then this will be last, man. You have any questions, man, just holler at me. Before I get down, I answer any questions, all questions. But I have to read this because it just don't make no sense, man. The false doctrine is causing so many to go to and fro. And I can't destroy all false doctrine. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm only a human being. But I do try to keep our people on the narrow path to deal with the spiritual things of the Bible. But I cannot destroy everything I hear. And know what? I try to destroy everything I hear. And that'll drive me crazy trying to destroy every little thing I hear. No, I'm not doing that. Because it's your job to read also. I can't go up against no 100,000 men teaching false doctrine. I can just do my part. When I hear something that's not right, I just edify you on it. And then you got to make the decision whether you believe it or not. That's on you. Or go fact check what I'm bringing out. Or fact check what they bringing out. That's your job. That's your job. Isaiah 35. And let's see what the Lord going to bring us to. Because they say, God ain't bringing us to no desert. You lying, K. Judah. You a false teacher. I just laugh. I'm such a false teacher. You don't have no videos and no YouTuber. Out of all the Israelites, nobody ain't did no video on none of my content. But I'm teaching false. Go grab a video and break it down and show where I'm teaching false. That's all you got to do. Isaiah 35, verse 1. The wilderness and a solitary place. Hold up, man. This place solitary. This place solitary, y'all. Ain't nobody dwelling there. It dwells alone. They have a fence around it. In Arabia, they have a fence around Arabia. Why is that? Because it dwells solitary. You can't just go over there digging for water and plant vineyards. No, God say, nope. This is preserved for my people Israel. I would nourish them here. Verse 1, the wilderness and the solitary place should be glad for them. And the desert. What? And the desert. What? And the desert. No, okay, Judah, that say we ain't going to no desert. First he said the wilderness, then he said the desert. But y'all lying, telling our people God not bringing them to a desert. But God just say the desert. Woo! Verse 1 again, K. Judah, for the people in the back. Help us, Lord. The wilderness and the solitary place should be glad for them, and the desert should rejoice and blossom as a rose. It should blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy, and singing the glory of Lebanon should be given unto it, the excellency of Carmel, and sharing. They shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our God. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind should be opened, and the ears of the deaf should be unstopped. Then should the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. Oh, boy, if you want to shut down gang saying, boy, become a sword swinger. If you want to shut down lies, you have to eat this book every day. You cannot be a slouch. You cannot be lazy. You have to be a man after God's own heart, and you have to be dedicated to want to know his words spiritually. I ain't talking about no corner things. I'm talking about spiritually, and become a sword swinger for y'all. Christ say, who should stand up against me? Who should stand up against the evildoers for me? Who should fight for me? That's against even liars of your own people. Everybody that's black now, right? You got a lot of Negroes that deceive people every day and can care less about your salvation. But it's up to you to work out your own salvation. Because he just said the desert, right? He said the water is going to blossom in the desert. But they told you, no, God ain't taking you to no desert. But he just called it a desert. So who you going to believe, man or God? God said he going to nourish you in the wilderness for a time and a dividing of time. 1,260 days, 42 months. It's all over the Bible that just only going to last for 3.5 years. And you have people saying, nope, 7-year tribulation. I can't find that in the Bible. 7 years, K. Judah. A brother just asked me the other day, the tribulation going to be 7 years. I say, brother, go back and read that again. I say, go slow. What do that say? Did it say he going to make a covenant or confirm the covenant? Brother, that means something already in place to confirm. He didn't say create or make. He said confirm, brother. Got to pay attention to words, meaning, and detail. Iman, I know you listening, and I agree with you. I think I'm Levi. The way the Lord used me to swing his sword, Iman, might be Levi. Might be a priest. So do anybody have any questions, family? When you therefore should see the abomination of desolation stand in the holy place. Those who are in Judea flee. Those who are not in Judea, if you don't think you're supposed to flee, go to Revelation chapter 12, verse 6. He said the woman fled into the wilderness. The woman is Israel as a whole. Those who know to flee gonna get there. Those who don't know to flee, you're gonna get caught up in the great tribulation. And your faith gonna be tested. And many shall fall by flame, by sword, by captivity, by spoil many days. How long is many days? 3.5 years. He gonna wear you out. That's what the Bible say. I didn't say it, the Bible said it. Who he get his power from? Satan the devil. He gave him his seat, his power, and great authority. Revelation 13, 16, and 18 say what? He gonna make you take a mark in your right hand and forehead. His number is 603 scoring 6, and it's the number of a man. Who is that man? The Pope. The Pope. Vicar of Christ. Go look it up. Vicarious Fili die. Look it up. He wear it on his hat. Vicar of Christ. Vicarious Fili die. The little fish hat. You know, the fish bowl hat. They call him Holy Father. They confess their sins to him. They kiss the ring. All presidents bow and kiss the ring. Obama did not bow and kiss his ring, but he's still a part of the agenda, but he didn't bow down to him and, kiss his ring. He just shook his hand. But everybody else, they bow before the Pope. They confess their sins to the Pope. He has all the power on earth and authority. That's why he can change times and laws. America didn't change no times and laws, but everybody give all this power to America. America can't go outside what the Pope didn't already said. He say 1201, it's 1201. He say Sunday, it's Sunday. Ain't nobody changed it. Ain't nobody fought against it neither. So do anybody have any questions? And then the Bible says the falling away must come first. Then the man of sin gonna be revealed. So if you already been through the great tribulation and the falling away have to happen, then the man of sin gonna be revealed. Somebody getting some timelines confused. Because we know the Bible is all about timeline and different dispensations of time. Because the Maccabees had them in abomination desolation by a man by the name of Antiochus Epiphanes. But the man that's coming this time, he don't desire women. Antiochus Epiphanes had a son. So he desired one woman because he had a son. This man don't have no kids who coming. So that's a different dispensation of time that the Maccabees rule than this time. So don't get that confused. Okay, Judah, the abomination and desolation already happened. Yeah, and that dispensation of time with the Maccabees, with Antiochus Epiphanes. But what about this time? Because that Daniel's chapter 7 and Matthew 24 and verse 15, that's not Antiochus Epiphanes. That's the man that's coming in this time. That is called knowledge. So do anybody have any questions? Because like I keep telling y'all too, some of y'all gonna get to the wilderness and you're gonna already be there. Because according to Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 32 to 38, Yahshua would gather the remnant of his people from the four corners of the earth. But what about those who was already in the wilderness? So some people gonna already be there and not need to be gathered. Because where's Yahshua taking you once he gather you? To the wilderness, according to Ezekiel chapter 20, 32 to 38. He have to make you pass under the rod. He have to purge out the rebel. He not going to just take you straight to Israel. He got to purge our behinds. Got to make us pass under the rod because we dirty. We been filthy. We got a miracle on our mind. Some of us ain't going to want to leave. So he got to purge all of that out of your mind that you may obey him. Okay, my beloved brother Damien said, so those of our people who make it to safety, would they get a head start in the purifying of the described in Jeremiah 31:31 over those of our people still caught up in the desolation? See, my brother Damien, the Lord is not going to do anything until he gather all Israel. So those of Israel who in that wilderness, they just going to be nourished and taken care of by God. It won't be no purging yet. It's just going to be a nourishment for 42 months or 1260 or 3.5 years, which is a time and a dividing of time. But once he bring all of Israel, my brother, then that's when he going to purge out Israel, meaning the rebels and those he make pass under the rod, because he going to make us all pass under the rod. But some of these Negroes gonna say, man, I ain't got time for this, blah, 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 and they gonna get put to death. Just like they father did in the wilderness, murmuring, complaining, crying, whining. I got you, family. I got you. What chapter is the 3.5 years? I got you. Just hold up real quick. So Damien, once the Messiah gathered all Israel from the four corners, remember, in Revelation 12, verse 6, he called it what? The nourishing of his people in the wilderness. The nourishing of his people in the wilderness. So it won't be no purging. It won't be none of that. It's just you are protected from the great tribulation. For the 3.5 years of that great tribulation, you are protected, my brother. But then after the great tribulation, that's when the sign of the Son of Man gonna be revealed. And he's gonna send his angels to gather the rest of Israel from the four corners of the earth who did not get to the wilderness. But you have to remember this. Some of our people died in the wilderness. So that's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 to 17. You remember? The dead in Christ should be raised first. So a lot of these people gonna make themselves white, meaning by their righteousness and by the testimony and the commandments, they died in Christ. So they're gonna be raised first to meet the Lord in the air. See, the point I try to get people to see, Damien, everything has a timeline. And I think sometimes Israel crunch everything up together, but you have to deal with timeline. Like for instance, if Christ say immediately after the tribulation of those days, then shall he be revealed. That means that abomination of desolation have to rule this earth for 3.5 years. And then Christ gonna come after that. Then he gonna send his angels to gather Israel from the four corners of the earth. And then they're gonna take those Israelites to the wilderness. And then the Lord is going to talk to us and teach us for 3.5 years. Then once he do the purging, he's gonna bring us into the land of Zion. And so should we ever be with our Messiah. So that's why when you read about the image that Nebuchadnezzar had a dream about, the stone which represent Yahshua hit what? The toes. How many toes do we have? 10. So who would be ruling in the end? Babylon, which is the European Union, which is called the Big Ten. But a lot of people say it's America that's the Big Ten. But I can't find America with no 10 ruling powers. America is a daughter of Babylon. She's not Mystery Babylon. Because Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots, is a religious entity, which is the Roman Catholic Church, that filthy hoe. Who fornication has been spread to the four corners of the earth. That's the Roman Catholic Church. America get her doctrine from Rome. She's a daughter of Babylon. She can't be above her mother. She just like her mother, though. She a filthy hoe, too. Now, the brother said, what chapter and verse? Okay, I'm going to give you the chapters. Let me go quick with it. No problem, Damien. I got you, my brother. Anything else you want to know, just holler at me. Okay, the brother said, what chapters and verse talk about the 3.5 years? So let me give you all the chapters. First, we're going to go to Daniel's. Go to Daniel's chapter 7, my brother, and verse 25. And then I'll give you the other ones. Daniel's chapter 7. And then I'm going to get up out of here. If anybody have any other questions, just holler at me. That's what we're here for, to answer questions. Okay, this is Daniel's chapter 7 and verse 25. Here go the first one. I don't know if you're a sister or a brother, but here go the first one. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25, and he reads, and he should speak great words against the Most High, and should wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hand until a time, 1 year, times, 2 years, and a dividing of times. Okay, brother. Okay, my brother. So you just heard that. The first 3.5 years verse is this one. And he should speak great words against the Most High, and should wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hand until a time, 1 year, times, 2 years, and a dividing of time. That's 3.5 years, brother. Let's get the next one. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12. And we're going to read this again, brother. I'm going to go to Daniel chapter 12 and verse 7. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 7. And it reads, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was up on the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever, that it should be for a time 1 year, times 2 years and a half. And when he should have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things should be finished. That go number 2, brother. Number 2. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11. Revelation chapter 11. Here go the third one. Revelations chapter 11 and verse 1 and 2. Revelation chapter 11, verse 1 and 2, and it reads, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of God, and the altar, and them that worship therein, but the court, which is without the temple, leave out, and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, no Esau. For it is given unto the Gentiles, now Esau. For it is given unto the Gentiles and the holy city, should they tread underfoot 42 months. How long is 42 months, brother? It's 3.5 years. 3.5 years, brother. So they go number 3. Let's go to number 4. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 6. A matter of fact, let me read the next verse in Revelation chapter 11, verse 3. Because when the 2 witnesses come on the scene, let's see how long they going to preach and do their business for. Revelation 11, verse 3. And I will give power unto my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 score days. How long is 1,203 score days? Is equivalent to a time and a dividing of time. They go number 4. They go number 4. They go to number 5. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there for 1,203 score days. They go number 5. 3.5 years, family, is how long this is going to last. Now, I want you to notice something. Did you see the time frame? Everything that I read about will happen within the 3.5 years of this great tribulation. Everything. The 2 witnesses, Israel fleeing to the wilderness, the man wearing out the saints. It will all happen within this 3.5 years of great tribulation. That abomination of desolation is going to happen within the 3.5 years of great tribulation. All these things. And then will appear the sign of the Son of Man after the great tribulation of those days. So this is going to last for 3.5 years. And then after that, you will see the sign of the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So do anybody have any other questions? Do anybody have any other questions, family? I'm just waiting on the family. Do anybody have any other questions before I get up out of here? I want to thank everybody for coming this morning too, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. I pray y'all wrote this down. You're going to hear many doctrines on YouTube. There's one person that I can honestly say when I listen to him. And I listen to a few people, but I must be honest. I don't listen to a lot of people. I'm just being real because I look at it like this. If you're not teaching unadulterated truth, brother, I'm going to immediately turn off. Like, it's going to turn me off. I don't want to hear lies. I don't want to hear no lies, because guess what? If you do your due diligence, you wouldn't have to lie. If you really eat the book and drink the book, you wouldn't have to lie. Now, if you don't understand something, that's one thing. So just don't teach something you don't understand. I mean, that's what we should do. Don't teach nothing you don't understand. Oh, yeah, already. Fire talk, yeah. On the other side of the Red Sea in Arabia. And let me prove that again. What you mean, Jacoba? We were scattered. Okay, Judah, what you mean? You talking about Deuteronomy? You talking about, yeah, because we know we were scattered during the transatlantic slave trade, but what you talking about, my brother? I got your fire talk. I'm gonna prove it right now in Galatians. Because y'all have to remember that the Most High, y'all say what? What do the Most High say he come from? The sides of the what? The sides of the north. Do we not say that? I sit in the north. What did Satan say he want to sit at in Isaiah 14? In the sides of the north. Where's our land? Northeast Africa, family. So we had to cross the Red Sea to get to where? The Mount Sinai Peninsula, which is Mount Sinai. And Moses' father-in-law dwelt in Midian. Y'all remember it said that Moses went to the backside of the mountain of God, which is in Arabia, family. That's what the mountain of God is, in Arabia. This is Galatians chapter 4, and I just want to prove to my brother Fire Talk that Mount Sinai is in Arabia, which is the mountain of God. It says, verse 26. No. Verse 25. Verse 25. Verse 25. It say, for this Agar is Mount Sinai in Arabia. There you go. Mount Sinai is in Arabia. And answer it to Jerusalem. Listen again, Fire Talk. Mount Sinai is in Arabia, and it answered to who? Jerusalem. This is why God say, I sit in the sides of the north. Now, check this out. Where do Russia sit at, y'all? In the north. Northeast, right? That's the same place our land is from. It's northeast. That's why all the nations that's coming from that north block with Russia and China sit east. Iran to the east. Our land is to the east. Go look at a map and look at Lebanon. It's close to Syria. What land did he give us that Canaan took? See, a lot of people got it misconstrued. They say we took the land from Canaan. You better go do some more reading in this Bible. You better go do some more reading in this Bible. Anything that is your lot, is of your inheritance, that means that they threw something down and it fell upon you. Our land was Canaan, but it wasn't called Canaan at the time. It was called the land of promise. But when Canaan took the land, he changed the land to his name, Canaan. It wasn't called Canaan at first. Lebanon belonged to Shem, not Canaan. And they told Canaan, if you take your brother's land, you know you're going to be cursed, right? Because you know God told us we cannot dwell and move our neighbor's landmark. But you dwelling in the land that don't belong to you, because Canaan was supposed to go south. But he said, no, I like Lebanon. It looked beautiful. Because God told Shem that I'm giving you the land of milk and honey, the land above all lands. And when that boy Canaan saw Lebanon, he went inside of Shem's lot and dwelt in this man's inheritance, and he was cursed for it. Who are the children of Canaan? The Hivites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Hivites. Who did we take the land back from when we came out of Egypt? The Hivites, the Girgashite, Canaan children. That's not their land, family. We didn't take nothing back. We took what belonged to us back. Y'all got to go read, family. It's right there. We did not take Canaan's land. We took our land back from Canaan because it was Shem's inheritance, not Canaan's inheritance. He was supposed to go south. Our land is Northeast Africa. We got the land flowing with milk and honey. We got the best land. This is why in Isaiah 35, what did the Lord say? I'm going to make the wilderness and the desert like Lebanon, like Carmel and Bashan. Beautiful again. Do anybody have any other questions? Do anybody have any other questions? But Mount Sinai is in Arabia, and answer it to Jerusalem. And this is why in the Bible, the Lord say he came from Edom, he shined to Mount Paran, and he came to Mount Sinai. It's in Arabia, family. Go just look at a map. Look at Mount Paran, look at Edom, look at Moab, look at Arnon River. Look at all these things, y'all. It's on the east of the Jordan River, not west. East. Do anybody have any other questions before your brother K. Judah shut it down? I really do pray that this is helping y'all, family, for you to edify yourself, because You're going to be ran upon by many Israelites. Let me tell you this. You are going to be ran down upon by many Israelites. And they're going to want to give you many doctrines. But you better make sure you ask them, can you prove what you just said? Tell them you don't want to hear them talking to you. You want them to prove it. Now, I got a lesson coming up about the fringes. It's going to blow your mind. When you see this lesson about fringes and what they really was supposed to be used for. Because, see, they think the fringe is like a fast show. You know, they condemn people for not wearing fringes and you don't love God if you don't have them on. Man, watch this lesson that I'm about to do on fringes. It's going to give y'all a whole new perspective. Because you got to ask yourself, why did he even make them fringes? Have y'all ever asked yourself why he even had to implement it after they had the law? Y'all remember they had the law, the 10 Commandments, but he still told Moses, bruh, these people hard-headed. Man, just tell them to put fringe on their clothes so they can remember my commandments, man, because they just hard-headed, bruh. And it still didn't work. Did the fringe work? They still was hard-headed and stiff-necked, y'all. Okay, Messiah said when the temple is destroyed, flee into the desert. After that, we will be scattered captive into every nation. The prophet said we will awaken in these lands. What chapter and verse you referring to? Because if you talking about Matthew 24 verse 15, that time frame that the Lord talking about, my brother, is before the man of sin be revealed. That's the abomination, desolation. We already been scattered right now doing the transatlantic slave trade. So a lot of us, if we get caught up in the great tribulation, you're gonna be running for your life. You're gonna be looking for refuge. The scattering of the people already happened. Now, when this man of sin be revealed, the Bible say he's going to wear out the saints. So you got to let me know what chapter and verse you talking about. Because the temple also, so if you talking about the temple, when he said that should not be left one stone upon another, because I know we were scattered after that. I understand that. And we were scattered into all nations. But the man of sin still haven't been revealed in this time. And that abomination of desolation in this time. Okay, you say, I see that all those things written of us is being fulfilled. So now that our nation have been fully devoured. No, listen. Our forefathers during that transatlantic slave trade, they went through things unimaginable, things that we ain't never been through. That's why we are born in the time that when that man of sin be revealed, we gonna go through it too. He even say that they're gonna try to put us back in captivity and spoil us and kill us by flame and by sword. If we already been through all these things, why is he allowing this man to wear us out again? That's what I be asking people. Like, the scriptures say that he's going to wear out the saints, right? But we didn't already been woke out. Our fathers been woke out. We didn't already been woke out through this captivity, right? But why is the Lord allowing this man to wear out the saints? That means that this generation right now, which I can show you according to prophecy, it's the last generation before the Messiah come. This generation they went through nothing they fathers went through. That's why they so distracted. That's why they do not turn to God. That's why they got the freedom to just be wicked and do whatever they want. But God is going to bring great tribulation upon them, and they're going to run to God. They're going to look for God. They're going to cry for God. They're going to wish they can find him, because he said there's coming a famine of the word. Not of bread and water, but of the word. So you better pray and hope that he'll allow you to turn to him in that time. He's a merciful power. And we know he will. He still love Israel. But man, the Bible also say he get tired of repentance. Our people just keep doing the same thing over and over. Over and over. Okay, he said, I believe it's written in Luke. Okay, Luke. You know what verse it is? Okay, Luke 17. Yeah, if you can let me know the verse. Yeah, a lot of our people in Brazil and Cuba and South America and all those places, like we always tell people, the Afro Brazil, Afro Colombia, Afro Guatemalan. Yeah, our people still there in small remnants. We're not talking about J-Lo. Nuh-uh. We're not talking about Mark Anthony. We talking about the Negro Cubans, the Negro Colombians, the Negro Guatemalans. That's what we talking about. Afro Negroes. I'm just waiting on my brother Kobe to give me the verse. Yeah, because we've been scattered into all nations and we speak different languages. We speak different languages. And our people call and read the Bible in that language. That's why I don't get caught up on names and people saying Jesus. And look, man, that's small stuff. I don't get caught up on stuff like that. I deal with the spiritual things. I don't get caught up on fringes. I don't get caught up on your clothes. I'm teaching you the gospel, man. Have a relationship. Oh yeah, the Afro Negroes who are being discriminated against. Yeah, that's our people. Absolutely. And that's another thing. Thank you for that, because a lot of people try to exclude them from the chart. They don't have them on the chart. Do you look at the 12 tribe chart? Do it say Afro? Nope. No, it don't. They don't even mention them people, man. And them people being discriminated against. They going through hell just like the Negro in America, just like in the UK, just like in Africa. Wherever we scattered at, we going through hell. And guess what? They do not mention them Afros over there. Not at all. Yeah, Jacoba, let me know what Luke 17. Yeah, but I need to know the verse. What verse you want me to read? Yeah, I just need the verse. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, them Afros, them my people. They're my people. And they going through the same thing we going through. Just like in Mexico, you got Afro-Mexicans. And there's a small remnant of them, and they just not revealing them people to the world. Just not acknowledging them people. People been going through hell over there. They're my people, man. That's why I pray for all Israel scattered into Africa, scattered to South America, Haiti, Jamaica, the UK. We still got people in Vietnam. We got people in Russia, China. Our people everywhere, y'all. They are us. Absolutely. That's right. They our people. All them Spanish-speaking Negroes is our people. A matter of fact, I got a brother right now I talk to all the time. He's a Negro. He from Puerto Rico. Straight Negro. Straight Negro. He speaks Spanish. Man, them people be looking at him like, huh? What you doing speaking Spanish? He speaks Spanish. We are truly scattered, man. That is the truth. Yeah, you call. What verse you want me to read, brother, before I get up out of here? You got to tell me the verse. Like, is it 17:6, 17? Like, I just need to know the verse. And then I'll pick it up from where you want me. But I need the verse. Don't y'all know on the 12 tribe chart, they don't have no Afro on that chart, no Afro Cubans, no Afro Mexicans, no Afro Guatemalans. They don't have no Afro Brazilians. They don't have no Afro. It's just J-Lo, Mark Anthony, and Mark Cuban. Not Mark Cuban, Mark Anthony, J-Lo, and George Lopez. Okay, he say start at verse 1. And where you want me to stop at? You want me to go to verse 1 to what? Right. Right, y'all. That's what I'm saying, man. They think we crazy. They think all of us just sit around on YouTube listening to man. And I forgot to tell y'all, it's one brother. Well, it's a few brothers, but I really love the way Pastor Kelly teach. I love the way he get down. Because Pastor Kelly is in the business of proving everything that come out of his mouth. And I listened to his live from behind the scene last night, and everything he brought out was on point. Everything. He telling them that our land is not in the parts of Africa that they saying. He says Northeast Africa. He ain't lying. Zion is Northeast Africa, fam. He broke that down last night. He broke down about Jeconiah, about why Christ couldn't come through their lineage, and why they talking about Christ couldn't come through their lineage because of Jeconiah and the curse that God put up on his seed and all that. The man broke it down, man. That's why I say you got to read all these things. You got to know this. You have to know this. Oh, yeah, that's my elder. I got his phone number. I don't ever tell nobody that, though, but that's my elder that taught me. Straight out of Chicago. Yeah, that's my elder that taught me. Him and Brother Bowie. Yeah. Bro Marlon, though, but he gave me his personal phone number, and I'm going to tell y'all a testimony about that. And then I'm going to read what, Jacobo, you want me to go to verse 1 to what, brother? I need to know, like, I'm going to start at verse 1, but where you want me to stop at? And let me tell you a testimony, Fire Talk. When I first was coming into the knowledge, I didn't listen to no camps. The Most High brought me to this elder man who did a documentary about the Israelites. So that's how I found out I was a Hebrew. So I'm searching on the line, and I come across the COI Israelites out of Chicago, which is Bro Marlon, and he have a twin brother too. So I tell the Most High, Father, if you give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, not only would I not play with your word, I would not deceive your people. I would do what you asked me to do is for studying your word and doing my due diligence and being dedicated to this book and rightly dividing your word. Not only did he give me the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but Bro Marlon told me he ain't never gave nobody his phone number. He say not even my members have my personal cell phone number. He said, but I'm going to give it to you. That's how I knew God was with me right there. That's how I knew the Lord was with me, brother. This man gave me his personal phone number. He say the people that's in his church didn't even have his own personal phone number. But he say something in my spirit telling me to give it to you. And he called me by my real name. And he said, I'm going to give you my personal phone number. And then he told me, you can call me between this time and that time. So every now and then I call Bro Marlon just to say hi. And guess what? He still remember me. He still remember me. All I got to do is say this me from such and such, because I know he be busy and, time that went by, because this what the Lord did, though. After the Lord strengthened me in the word from learning from them, the Lord said, okay, you good now. You strong to go out on your own now. And then I put my own lessons together because I was already equipped with the knowledge they had already fed me. And also how they said, make sure you prove everything you say. Rightly divide the word. Prove everything. This is how you keep yourself out of trouble. This is why I'm big on proving everything. Everything that come out of this mouth from this Bible. I'm going to prove it, and it will be with no private interpretation. Fire talk already. Somebody else asked me that. That's how I knew it. I knew it, K. Judah. I knew you learned from Bro Marlon. I knew you learned from Brother Bowie, man. I could just hear the way you be teaching. I knew you learned from them. I said, yep, I did. I learned from both of them. But Bro Marlon is the one I have his personal phone number, cell phone number. That he say he don't get a nobody. So that's how I know God was with me, boy. That's some little testimonies I be telling, though, man. I got so many beautiful, wonderful testimonies of y'all just displaying grace and mercy in my life, boy. Man, it's just too many to tell, man. How I know this man is with me, man, and using me to handle business. Just like he using a lot of brothers and sisters to handle business. Oh, yeah, Fire Talk. Oh, yeah. All I did, like, I got so many index cards, so many lessons I put together. After I learned from him, God say, now it's time for you to go out on your own and go handle my business. So a lot of my lessons I learned from them, but I don't stand on another man's back. So a lot of my lessons I put together from my studies, because they didn't already equip me. Now I got to do my own studies. I can't just listen to a man stand in his lot, take his word, and then make it look like I did it. Now I got to do my own due diligence and put my lessons together through the Spirit and edify the people. Yeah, but I'm like you, brother. I got index cards all over the place. I'm talking about I got everything stacked up neat. Index cards up there. Index cards over here. Lessons right here. Lessons in my little notebook. Man, I got so many lessons. It's crazy, bro. I'm talking about lessons I put together. And if I take a picture right now, man, man, let me show you. Let me read this first, and I'm going to show you, then I'm out of here. I have to show you, brother. I got so many lessons. It's ridiculous, brother. This is Luke 17, verse 22 to 23. And he said unto the disciples, the days will come when you should desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and you should not see it. And they shall say to you, see here or see there. Go not after them, nor follow them. For as lightning that lighted out of the one part under heaven, shining unto the other part under heaven, so shall also the Son of Man be. Now that's talking about before the Lord come, Jacob. Yeah, that's Luke 17, 22 to 23. That's talking about, he say, the day will come when you should desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man. Talking about before he come back. And he said, the Son of Man, and ye should not see it. And they should say to you, see here, here he go. Or there, oh, he over there. Go not after them, nor follow them. Because Christ say, as lightning come from the east to the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So he telling them about his coming. You must be talking about another chapter and verse, brother. My bad, family. The microphone fell. Yeah, he said, can you see it? My Wi-Fi is acting up. Yeah, I just read it, brother, but it was talking about the coming of the Lord. It wasn't talking about it was talking about the coming of the Hamashiach. He say, when they should say to you, he's in the desert, or it's just like in Matthew, when they should say he's in the desert, he's over here. He said, go not after them. But if you want to, you can start at 1 until verse 23. Now, brother, like, just give me the main part that you want. Let me see. Yeah, when the plan, he said, the Sabbath day will come. They did eat, they drink, they marry wine. Yeah, see, this is talking about before he come. Because he even talking about the days of Noah. So he telling the disciples before he come, he say, but first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation. Verse 26, and as it was in the days of Noah, so should it also in the days of the Son of Man. So yeah, he telling the disciples before he come how it's gonna be. And we in that time too. I ain't playing, but we in that time. Let me take this picture for my brother Fato. These are all the lessons, brother, I put together myself. I'm gonna show you right quick. Let me see. Let me email it to myself right quick. That's why I be telling people, man, I really be in this book, man. Like I be in this book, man. I'm serious. I don't be joking around when it comes to this word. I be in the book. Okay, here it come, my brother. I'm gonna show you right quick. Okay, here you go, fire talk. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, here you go, family. See? Show my brother right quick. You see the fire talk? Them all the lessons I put together right there, my brother. And I got more than that, but them just the one. And then inside that little bag right there, that's another stack. And on top of the bag is this another stack. So these is all lessons I put together through the Spirit of the Most High. And a lot of those lessons on my channel that I already taught is these right here. So I'm dedicated to the Most High Word, man, to teach the people right. And these are all my index cards, man, from teaching Israel. And bro Marlon, they always write stuff down and keep the notes. So I keep everything in decency and in order and in a stack of Paul real neat. Cause I got an OCD bad. But yeah, this the work that the Lord got me putting in right there, man. So thank the Most High for that. Thank the Most High for that. But yeah, Jacob, that verse was talking about before the Lord come, it's going to be like the days of Noah. That's what Luke chapter 17, 22 to 23 on down to 26. It's talking about before the Lord come, it's going to be like in the days of Noah. And he was telling the disciples, if they tell you Christ over here or Christ over there, go not after them. Yeah, so that's what that was talking about, brother. We done already been scattered during Deuteronomy chapter 28. What we waiting on now is the man of sin is going to wear out the saints. That time haven't happened yet. Yes, we have went through tribulation, but not great tribulation. That day is coming. That day is coming. And it hasted greatly. And I advise Israel to turn to the Most High now. Don't wait. Turn to the Most High now. Do not wait to turn to him now. My beloved sister Eve said, K. Judah, learning from his elders. Ecclesiasticus 6:36. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. I actually read this to Brother Bowie, y'all. I mean, Bro Marlon. I had him laughing. I actually told Brother Bowie this. I keep saying Brother Bowie. I actually told Bro Marlon this scripture that Eve just put in the chat. I say, Bro Marlon, I'm going to wear your step. All right. I say, man, because I want understanding. And while I was learning from them, guess what I was doing? Learning on my own. Because see, when the Lord get ready to use you for something, you can't just bank on what another man was teaching you. You got to also strengthen yourself. So when it's time for you to teach, you are already prepared. You are already ready to go. You ready. And that's what I did, fam. I was already ready. When the Lord say it's your time now, it's time to go teach, I was already equipped. I was ready to go. Because I had already learned from the best. And I was already learning on my own. I told y'all I read the Bible for 10 years straight. I'm talking about actually 10 years. I don't think 10 years. I was 29. I got done at 39. I started at 29 and I got through reading the Bible at the age of 39. I'm 43 now. So it took me from the age of 29 to 39 to read the whole Bible. It took me 10 years. I'm talking about to dissect it, to get the right understanding, to rightfully divide it, to write down my notes, to write down my notes. It took me 10 years. And guess what? I didn't start it over 2 times already. So after the 10 years, I started back over to Genesis, to Revelations, and now I'm doing it again. Now I'm in the book of Psalms. And I'm going to Revelations again because I'm going back and catching things I may have missed the first time or the second time. Now this is my third time. And once I get done again, I'm going to start over in Genesis again because this Bible is an ever-learning book. A ever-learning book. And I'm trying to get all the knowledge and understanding that I can get to feed these people. Because the liars are coming. And they like raven and wolves. So you have to prepare your mind. And ask the Most High to guide you and lead you into all truth. All right, family. I love y'all with the pure heart. I pray somebody got some understanding. I thank y'all for participating. Know this, that the Great Tribulation is a time that's appointed in which the man of sin will reveal. And he's going to wear out the saints for a time, and a dividing of time. Your brother K. Judah say big salute. I say big salute.
If I had to look you in the eyes, I don't think I could handle it. Trying to ask for it. It's not about me or my pride. I'm just trying to abandon it. Can't take a risk. Hands and knees shaking, voice nearly breaking, calling out your name. You know my heart and it's tearing me apart. I just hope you understand. Gotta fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? I ain't been my best. Father, please forgive me. Abba, can you heal my spirit? I'm in need of Abba, I know that I'm scandalous. Handle this, been hurting you, still I'm blessed. Time for strength. I'm done looking back, that's my old ways. I'll be moving on like a drag race. Take my hand, show me where the pathway. Fight myself each and every day. I keep getting in my own way. So if I fall before I'm taken, will you pick me up and tell me you gon' make it out? Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. Tell me you gon' make it out. You gon' make it out. Yeah, you gon' make it out. Father, can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. Can you heal my spirit? I'm in need. You gon' make it out. Can you please forgive me? You gon' make it out. 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 You gon' make it out.
Okay, brother, I know what scripture you want. You want Luke about how Jerusalem shall fall. By the edge of the sword. Okay. This is Luke 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with, know that the desolation thereof is not. Okay, brother, now I want to stop there. I want you to edify me. When he say when you should see Jerusalem, what time frame is this is? Or what time frame is this? Yeah, I'm just asking my brother, what time frame is this? Anybody can help me out. What time frame is this that when you see Jerusalem compares with armies? Know that the desolation thereof is not. Okay, thank you, Fire Talk. This is talking about 70 AD. This has nothing to do with Daniel's prophecy. How we know that? He said armies, not abomination of desolation. This is 70 AD when they were scattered all throughout the Mediterranean world. Obadiah let you know that when they was fleeing and running from Roman persecution, Esau would stop them and capture them. So this is that time frame, the 70 AD that my brother Fire Talk just put in there. But I'm going to read it though. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. In Matthew 24, what did the Lord say? You see this temple? Man, that should not be left here one stone upon another. What time frame was he talking about in Matthew 24? 70 AD. 70 AD. So this 70 AD, running from Roman persecution, is the same time frame in the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 26 and 27. When he said, the prince that should come should destroy the city and the sanctuary. That's this time. But Daniel chapter 7, verse 24 and 25, is the man of sin wearing out the saints. This is not this time. This 70 AD. This is before they were scattered all throughout the world. Because they fled from Roman persecution. They fled into Africa, and guess what? That's where they were sold from. So this right here is a different time. The time that's coming up on us, that's called Great Tribulation. This is not no Great Tribulation right here. This is just tribulation. Even the Babylonian captivity, tribulation. The Assyrian captivity, tribulation. The Egyptian captivity, tribulation. The Medes and the Persian, tribulation. The Greeks, tribulation. The Roman Empire, when they, was, and hold up. In the time of Yahshua, the disciples in them wasn't being tortured and captured and humiliated by the Romans. Yahshua and his disciples was teaching and handling Yah's business. But after Yahshua died and went back to heaven, that Roman persecution came upon them, called 70 AD. There's a whole different time frame, brother. Verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things that are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Why did he say woe unto them that give suck in these days? Because there was no food, and they ate their children. Nobody's nice eating their children. But when that great tribulation happened, a lot of cannibalism gonna come back on the table. A lot of cannibalism gonna come back on the table. Nobody's eating their children right now. They eating food because the food is not scarce like that right now. Even though, the food is all tainted and messed up, and, they shooting it up and steroids and, genetic modified and all that, the fruits, the vegetables, the meat, but people still eating though. At this time, those who gave suck in these days, man, there was no food. Man, Rome had that food smelling so good coming through them gates, man, drove our people crazy. They had no food. Verse 23, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that get stuck in those days. for there should be great distress in the land. Oh, this the land. We not in the land, though. We scattered to the folk on the earth. They wasn't scattered at this time. He say in the land. So this 70 AD and persecution from the Romans happened to them in the land of Jerusalem. For there should be great distress in the land, and wrap up on this people, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and should be led away captive. This was before the captivity. What happened in 70 AD was before they was led into captivity. What verse say that, brother? I don't see a verse that say this happened in 3.5 years. You got to give me the verse. It say, and they should be led away captive and shall fall by the edge of the sword, and should be led into all nations, and Jerusalem should be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentile is fulfilled. It didn't say a time, and half a time, brother. It said until the times of the Gentile be fulfilled, and they not fulfilled yet. We still in captivity. So if you can give me the verse that say the time, and half a time, and then I would agree with you. But I don't see where it say a time, and half a time. This only happened in Jerusalem in 70 AD. They was the last one to go into captivity. The northern kingdom was already taken down during the Assyrian captivity. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was the last one to be taken down by the Romans, because they was the last one to rule from the four winds. So yeah, you would have to give me the verse to show where it say a time, and half a time, but it don't say that. He said that, and they should be led away captive into all nations. But at this time, they wasn't led into captive into all nations until once they fled from Roman persecution. They stayed in Africa for a long time before they went into captivity. That's why you got Negro land. And then they came and got them. Yeah, so it don't say no 3.5 years. You got to give me the verse. Now, if I can read it, I'm in agreement with you. But if I can't read it, then I can't say that was 3.5 years, brother. Like, you got to give me the verse so I can verify that it was 3.5 years. Because I don't want to just say that it was 3.5 years, and then somebody go make a video on me and say that nigga was lying. Because they will do it. Boy, I just know they wait for me to slip, boy. I know they be lurking and listen. Oh man, boy, soon he slip up and say something not biblical, we coming for that nigga. They want me bad, boy. Why they want you so bad, K. Judah? Because I don't teach lies. That's why. Yeah, brother, if you don't give me the verse, then I'm gonna just go and shut it down. But yeah, I need the verse. Because you say it was 3.5 years, 5 months. It don't say that, brother. Because right after that, he said, in the times of the Gentile be fulfilled, and there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, to see him the ways ruined. Men's heart fell in them for fear, and looking for those things which are coming upon the earth. For the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then they shall see the Son of Man. And they say John wrote Revelation in 80 AD on the island of Patmos. I know, but I'm saying, okay, you asked me to read Luke 21, 20 to 24. And you saying that this desolation that happened to Jerusalem was 3.5 years. But I'm asking you, what verse say that? Because this dispensation of time, like my brother Firetalk just told you, this is only talking about 70 AD and what was prophesied against them and the temple being destroyed. This has nothing to do with the abomination of desolation, the great tribulation, the man of sin being revealed. This is not this time right here. This is a whole separate time. I read it offline. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you can give me the Bible verse in the scripture, and then I can read it so we can edify the people, because I do not want to just say, because let's say, Jacoba, I tell you, yeah, yeah, Jacoba, that happened in 3.5 years. But if I can't read that, they're gonna say then I'm lying. They're going to say we both lying, to be honest with you. Man, y'all didn't read that out the Bible. Where do it say that in Luke chapter 21, 20 to 24, that it was a time, and half a time? Okay, Judah, you and your couple making that up. So that's why I'd rather both of us verify it so we can stay in the safe zone. So nobody won't be lying on us telling we private interpreters. Oh, already, Boston King. Big salute to you. Already, brethren. Big salute to you, Boston King. And many blessings, man. Be safe at work and going home, my brother. Because it's getting real wicked out here. So I pray for all Israel. Be safe, Israel. Because it's getting wicked out here. For real, for real, for real. Be safe. Okay, he said I read it offline. Yeah, but okay, he said, look up, was the Temple War 3 years on Google? The Temple War. 3 years on Google. Yeah, brother, if I read it on Google, but I gotta verify it in the scriptures. Because you know how it go, Yacoba. If we read something outside the Bible, I gotta be able to read that source outside the Bible and then come back to the Bible and verify the source that I read outside the Bible. Because if I don't do that, they coming, brother. They gonna say I'm a liar. That I read something from outside the Bible, but couldn't verify it in the Bible. So I'm gonna keep myself in the safe zone, brother. So I'd rather not read that on Google and I can't verify it in the Bible. Now, my brother that asked me to prove the 3.5 years, I went and proved it to him. It was Daniel chapter 7, verse 24, 25, Revelations 1, 2 through 3, Daniel chapter 12, Revelation chapter 12, verse 6. So I gave him the 3.5 years scripturally. Oh, already, Boston. Already, my brother, no problem. Already. Yeah, my brother. So if I look up what's the Temple War 3 years on Google, I still got to verify it in the scriptures. Because there's one thing I always say, I don't want to add, and I'm most certainly not going to take away. So if I can't read it in the scriptures, I got to just leave that alone, brother, until we can get more understanding. If you can give me a scripture with a verse that actually verified the 70 AD persecution was 3.5 years, and then I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to roll with it because I can prove it in the scripture. But if not, I can't rock with it, brother. So I'm going to just wait like 2-3 minutes, and then I'm going to go and shut it down. This is why my brother Shah Sham say he don't listen to a lot of people. Because it's different doctrines. You got one man who's saying that the Great Tribulation already happened. And the way he break that down is all over the place. And that's one thing about me. I'm going to speak truth. It's all over the place, man. Because he's not dealing with timeline. He just saying, oh, we went through this already. But then I ask anybody to come prove to me in Revelation chapter 7, it said that these came out of great tribulation and washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb. But nobody can tell me how these people came out of great tribulation and we already been through great tribulation. That's why I just stick to the scriptures, man. I just stick to the book. The book said, let me read it, man. Then I'm out of here. Let me read this. This is why I agree with my brother. I do not listen to a lot of people. It's too many different doctrines, man. If I was a baby coming in this, I would be confused, man. I would believe in reincarnation. I would believe that Joseph is the daddy. I would believe that he's not the daddy. I would believe that you die and come again. I would believe in you got to wear fringes and I'm going to condemn you if you don't. I would believe in the 12 tribe chart. I would believe in so many different doctrines. I'll be confused. Yeah, Jacoba, listen what I'm saying, my brother. If I read Josephus chapter, what's that, 5? I still have to verify it with out of for 2 or 3. If I read it in Josephus, I still have to come back and read it in the Bible because you asked me to read Luke chapter 21, 20 to 24. Now, if I can't read it in Luke and I read it in Josephus, I got to verify out of them off of 2 or 3 because Josephus is a history book, right? So I need to verify the history with the scriptures, not just the history without the scriptures. because then I'm gonna be looked at as somebody who bringing in an outside source, but I still read the scripture. So that's why I say I'd rather just leave that alone, brother. So, but let me read this because man, I forgot what I was about to read. Can y'all help me? What I was about to read, family? My mind got scatterbrained. What I was about to read just now? Get up out of here. I told my brother Boston I was about to read something just now, and I forgot that fast, man. Hey, what was I about to read? Before I get up out of here, I was about to read something just now. Dang, scatterbrain. I'm trying to think too. Okay. Oh, Josephus. Okay. Flavors. Got Josephus' book, but I still gotta read it out the Bible too, though. Because like I said, Josephus is a history book. And there's one thing about me. If I read some history, I can go verify it in the Bible. And even when I'm reading Luke 21, 20 to 24, it still don't say nothing about no 3.5 years, though. So y'all gotta be careful who y'all listen to, bro. That's all I can tell y'all. Because I already know a person who keep going around calling everybody else a liar, and he's speaking truth with this great tribulation already happened, but it never happened, y'all. At all. There's no scripture say we've been through great tribulation already. Not one. Not one. Because how's the man of sin gonna wear you out if you already been through great tribulation? Because the man of sin ain't been revealed yet, which is that little horn. So how did you go through great tribulation already? I need an answer. Somebody, please. This is why I be saying, man, I'm very careful who I listen to, bro. Too many doctrines, bro. Too many. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm saying, Fire Talk. I'm trying to keep myself safe, brother. Like, because even you know, Fire Talkers, you are a brother that equipped with that knowledge. And you have many books. You know, if you read something, brother, you got to verify it in the Bible. You can't just read history and then you don't verify what you read in that history in the scriptures. Because the Bible say out of the mouth of 2 or 3, let a thing be established. Because if I go read Josephus and then I come back and read the 7 AD again, and Josephus say it was 3.5 years, but the Bible don't say that, no, I can't do that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's why I say I'm going to leave it alone, but I was about to read something. I think, let me see. It was something I was about to read, man. I can't remember. No, I don't think it was Luke. Oh, no. It was Revelation 7. Thank you, Most High, y'all. I got it, y'all. Then I'm getting up out of here. It was Revelation 7. Here you go. Now, this is what I want y'all to hear. Listen to this. Listen to this, y'all. Now, I'm going to say this before I read it. There are so many doctrines, and I don't kick against the Israelite brothers and sisters because, like I always tell people, your understanding is your understanding. My problem is when y'all call people false teachers for not teaching what you teach. That's a problem. Now, this is what's going around in Israel. There's a doctrine going around that we already been through great tribulation, right? It already happened to us. We just waiting on the Lord to come. But the Lord say he not coming until immediately after the tribulation, and then he going to send his angels to gather you. So if you already been through great tribulation, why is the Lord gathering you immediately after the tribulation? So let me read this to show you that our people going to go through the great tribulation if they don't get to the wilderness in Revelation chapter 12, verse 6. This is Revelation 7. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 13 and listen closely. Revelation 7, verse 13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? Man, where they come from, bro? Where these people come from? Listen to what he said. And I said unto him, sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation. Come on, dog. Did y'all hear that? They came out of great tribulation, but they already been through tribulation. So how did they come out of great tribulation? That's what I be saying. I don't listen to people, man, because people say anything. If it can't be verified, I'm not believing it. If the Bible just said these people came out of great tribulation, how we already been through it in this book, in the book of Revelation? How? How we been through this already? I don't see no man of sin. I don't see the abomination of desolation. I don't see Jacob's trouble. I don't see the 3.5 years of great tribulation that this man gonna wear us out. He haven't even been revealed yet. The temple haven't been built, according to Revelation chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. Where are the 2 witnesses who supposed to preach during this same time? Where is it, family? That's all I'm asking. None of these things has happened yet, but people believe it and have a right to believe whatever they want. But hey, all I'm saying, I'm like Pastor Kelly. If you believe that the great tribulation already happened, just don't come trying to tell me that I'm wrong for me teaching that these came out of great tribulation, because that's what the book say. All right, family, I love y'all. Big salute to the Israelites worldwide. Many blessings, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And y'all, Brother K. Judah, want to say big salute. And in the words of my beloved sister August Dream and the CUC family, the FOPE family, and all the beloved brothers and sisters in the chat, let's get it. And your brother K. Judah, Mr. Michael Jackson Bear swinging a sword, says shalom and peace.